So this is our second winner bracket semi-final. We have the bracket once again here. Lin is in round 2 already, so who will he face in the winner bracket final when it is for the first spot for the playoffs out of this group? And who will be Chimiko's opponent? We will see. It's either Foggy from the Ukraine or TBC from China. But looks like everybody's ready. TBC has only 40% win rate versus Undead. This is against Night Elf. This is horrendous for an Undead.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the best matchup. This sometimes looks like it's a pretty imbalanced matchup when you watch the likes of 120 and Happy. WFZ has been struggling a little lately, but TBC, he's a very special player. Does he play some special strats in this matchup as well? I'm sorry to say, I cannot quite recall.
Usually it's pretty straight up. I haven't seen Banshee play from him here, I guess. But I have seen Banshee play by, was it 120 against... Oh no, it was WFZ against Lawliot not too long ago. When was it actually? On like, Tuesday, I guess. When Lawliot played a Warden and wanted to do this annoying fan of knives against your acolytes thing. But he went to Adept Banshees, cast an anti-magic shield on them, so that tactic was completely useless. It was cool to see this reaction by WFC.
That's a cool counter. It is pretty expensive though. You need the temple and the upgrade and the have to cast 5 of those shells. But if you can keep your income intact, that's pretty nice. So far, it's looking very standard in both these bases. Ghoul opening with slightly delayed DK on the other side. We expect a Demon Hunter here, but yeah, Warden, we've been seeing more and more of her recently, and Foggy loves that hero. Does he believe her in this matchup as well? Well, not here. It is the Demon Hunter.
It is the Demon Hunter and the Death Knight, of course, with the Ghoul build. As you said, very standard. Usually when Foggy plays in tournaments here in China, he goes for Huntress a little more often, because they're easier to micro with the ping difference that he has. Not here, though. I mean, against Undead. That would be suicide. But so far, everything looks standard, and I wonder, we're gonna have this phase in the game when the Undead is aiming for surrounds all the time. And usually he's pretty good in dodging those on European servers, on offline servers. How is it gonna be with this ping here?
Yeah, makes it a little bit more difficult, of course. He could opt for an early staff of teleportation to get out of those surrounds should he find himself in one. It's also useful later, you can get staff back, heal up with a Moonwell staff, right back in again. But usually, nowadays we see Night Elves as trying to, save a lot of money, even skipping the shop a long time. We've been seeing more and more of this, because you need, the second hero, you need the bears, you need the Dryads, you need an expansion at some point. And I wonder when Foggy's gonna go for that, because on the highest level, it doesn't seem like Night Elf has a chance, 1 base versus 1. But TBC, to be honest, hasn't cemented himself as one of those super high level players. But he just pulled off a pretty nice lightning shield creep there.
True that, very fast. At level 2 for him, Cloak of Shadows and Gloves of Haste, not the desired items, but decent claws of attack. For the Demon Hunter, and the tier 2 tech is already running on 26 supply here for Foggy, going for more archers to be able to fight out of surrounds, and of course faster creeping. TBC is leaving his area with 4 ghouls already. This is kind of weird.
Going into the middle of the map here, trying to grab some more experience, Demon being annoying. Oh, Wisp detonate's gonna hit on 3, almost! Good reaction there, pulling away 2 of those skeletons. This is standard Foggy play, being very aggressive once he hits level 2, waiting for more archers to come, trying to annoy the Undead. And I always say the same thing. I much prefer when the Night Elves try to level up their demon quickly instead of this. But okay, he is doing decent work. I guess he keeps the Undead from getting to level 3. And if you find some ghouls here, this is actually really nice.
Yep, the Demon Hunter, the Death Knight is already down to 50% HP, but he's also at level 2.5. this is quite fast creeping by TBC, out-leveling the Demon Hunter by quite a bit. We have a Hunter's Hall here, which is in time. So you didn't forget about that with all that micro. Oh, almost blocking the Death Knight, sorry. For still fighting for the Taskmaster here. Big experience, good item.
So no boots or staff on the Demon Hunter. He's saving a lot of resources here. He may be able to rush second hero, tier 3 and lords all at the same time, which would be nice for him. Of course, he hopes to get the last hit here, but that's not gonna happen. DK grabs it up, almost reaching level 3 with this. Archers come back from the main, having been healed up. 4 of them, with all that piercing damage, he could look towards a ghoul kill.
Yeah, the TBC realizes this, sends them all back, also the hurt ones. He did a good exchange there, a good ghoul exchange. All the hurt ones are in the base. And how far is Foggy with his tech? Almost finished. What do you think, Naga or Pan?
Player's forces are under attack.
Where's the Ancient of War? Ancient of War only starts walking now, so he can't even creep right away. It's a
Thanks
Naga.
for picking up on my question. Very professional to just ignore me.
Well, you know, couldn't be wrong that way. So, here's the Naga with a cold arrow. Maybe he can get a kill. There's one hit. Is there a coil? Not quite yet. So he gets one ghoul. With the Naga, though, you want more than just the one ghoul. However, with that, the Undead is going to have a very tough time creeping here. Well, he can go for the Murlocs, but that's, of course, a very small camp that isn't really worth the time. Better than nothing, though, I suppose. For the Night Elf in the main, we have 2 lores coming up. Delaying his tier 3 a little bit. Makes sense with the Naga, I suppose. Having 2 Dryads plus the Naga early is going to be a really nice power spike for the Night Elf.
But we have a level 3 DK and another coil, so he might be able to steal a creep here and there. Very fast sacrificial pit by TBC. Also attack Slaughterhouse, Lich. Except from the pit, everything normal for him. And good positioning, I guess. So Foggy can't creep anything that is close to him right now without being contested for it.
But the DK, he may have his level 3, but he doesn't have mana, so not too useful. And the Dryads are going to be out here in just a second, right? Oh, actually not, no. The lores are just finishing up right now. So at the moment, TBC can still look for a decent trade. Once those Dryads are out, then you really want to retreat. How well aware is he of the timing? He has a sentry ward, actually, so he knows exactly what the Night Elf army is made of. So he's still, you know, keeping Foggy from creeping. And of course, Foggy desperately needs level 3 demon.
We always say this. We always say this to him. But he's not listening. But I don't think he has to level up the Naga too much, so this will be quite a fast level 3 Demon Hunter. But TBC is creeping the way bigger spot at the moment. Foggy, of course, would love to creep check this, but he's busy in his own half. Tier 3, though, halfway done. Engine of Wonders coming now, as I said, these days a little delayed. No bears yet. On the other side, Tier 3 is already finished for TBC. Very fast. And the first statue is parked in the base.
The demon here scouts the creep camp, gonna force more mana out of the undead side. And he sees the timing for the tech as well. Is this gonna be a Boneyard Rush? That would be the happy build pretty much. And yeah, this is about as fast of a Frost River as you can get it.
7 minutes 45 for the Boneyard. And the statue is there to heal, which is nice. A little micro mistake here, pulling the hurt pool, but I think he's sending... I don't know. But this is a lot of time now for Foggy to creep, because the Worm build takes forever, the Boneyard build takes forever. And without that, with the big investments into the infrastructure, TBC can't really fight. So Foggy will get his Master Bears, Foggy will creep his Natural, maybe even his Mercenary Camp, and then he should be able to fight.
The demon here. Almost walked into a surround, but as it is, he's getting a lot of burns off here. Naga third, he's looking for the creep jack. That sentry ward still gives great vision to the Night Elf. I think he will have to TP out of this, but the Naga doesn't have the TP. That one's on the demon. Uh-oh, this is scary. The item goes towards the Naga, but she's gonna die.
Indeed, no healing item for her, no invo potion. Can he get the revenge kill on the opposing Naga? Doesn't really look like it. Good micro by TBCBM, and now Nova onto the first bear, who's so important because of the rejuvenation. Second bear is coming in, but he must be careful of being surrounded. But Naga finally falls thanks to a mana burn and boots. Good item, by the way. But yeah, still leads to a town portal. So Naga lost, TP lost, Bear lost, and he got the Naga in revenge for it. So good play by TBC to go for that. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, I didn't expect that attack either. And I don't think Foggy did as well. He saw it coming though across the map. He was really greedy. He still committed to that creep camp. He could have just walked back. But I guess he thought that he had the time to grab the item, transfer the TP, save most of it. But that was not the case now, was it? He lost the second hero, he lost the bear and the town portal. And what did he get in return? Only a level 1 hero kill. And the frost room's almost out now.
Yeah. That is true. Naga's coming back. She was level 2, so it takes a lot longer for her. Of course, he's aware of the boneyard tech. The shade is only in the base, not too much, but yeah, you can see Frost Room almost out. 48 supply for TBC. Still 4 ghouls alive. Demon Hunter level 3.6, not Engine of Wind up in front. The experience spread not optimal, but of course you can't just stand in your base when the second hero is dead, so you had to do something. Anti-magic potion on the Naga now to prevent this nuke. Invo potion on the Demon Hunter, no TP though. And okay, there is one stab.
Here's the worm. That makes him pretty strong right now. There's only one bear on the ground, I suppose, but still, against a Demon Hunter, that slow is also very nice. Foggy is doing it the way it's supposed to be. Burning the undead to start with, not committing to a fight until he's low mana, but there's so many targets here to burn. Lich, DK, the Naga, and maybe even the statue as well. We, by the way, only have one statue. Not even a single destroyer up in the air, so Rejo could be really nice. And now, Foggy is coming in for the Creep Jack.
Is he getting a revenge? There's also no TP on the undead side, and we have slow from the Dryads. He's not using it at the moment, slowing down the Lich a little bit. But there was a coil. There was the last one though. Naga and Bear only coming in now. The Hippogriff, no chance. Fog Lightning is rattling through the ghouls. The Invo potion on the Lich already. Foggy is trying to go for hero focus, but oh, this worm man takes a lot of damage. And the Hippo is even coming back. He's killing him right away. Big loss for TBC.
Level 4 for the demon. Almost level 3 for his own Naga. I think she was out of experience range there. The ghouls can start getting picked off now though. And with no bear up in the air, this demon is really scary. Can he go for the Naga kill again? She's getting towards the safety of the Black Citadel. Has to pop the invul. I think that was a bit of a waste. And now he gets the Fiends as well because he has to coil the Lich. And this Naga now is almost level 3 for Foggy.
Man, this fight by Foggy was so good. No Fiends anymore, just a few units that have range. Foggy reacting a little slow to this attack, so his Hippogriff dies. In the meantime, Shade is only scouting the base. He sees there's more production going on. Foggy lost a bit as well, but TBC here with massive losses. There was like at least 1,000 gold that he lost there.
But Foggy doesn't have an expansion behind this. Oftentimes behind an attack like that, there might be a Tree of Life coming up, but Foggy didn't go for one. So good fight for him, yes, but the base problem still persists. Because remember, usually Night Elves can't deal with undead on only one base. So the Wisp here sees the DK creeping, and this might be a Creep Jack again. At the moment, this undead army is really weak. Or the Frost Room.
For the Lich though, but yeah, the Frost Room is in danger. He's not re-microing it, he's not repathing it. And so this is so much damage. Wow, whoa, 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 whoa. Both Frost Worms, kind of a waste.
He healed it up again though with the mana potion here. The DK can go for another coil, has to go for another coil. Frost Armor getting dispelled fairly quickly. Fog Lightning coming in again. Above the trees now the worm finally has to get rid of the hippos, and he will be able to. Nice. So he's gonna save that expensive unit most likely, unless the Dryads get that kill in the end. Needs to save it.
He doesn't though, the Dryads. MVP here, and also the Naga is low with another Invo potion. Does he want to waste it again? Fiends are falling. In fights, man, Foggy is just another tier. As it seems. TBC no chance in those. Maybe the undead triple hero can do it, but it looks dire.
43 supply for Foggy. The undead still with the supply lead. But so hard now to find any pickoffs without a Frost Room. Has to go. Oh, the third one's actually here. But yeah, he has lost 2 already. And that's where players like 120 and Happy shine. They just never lose those worms. They always survive on like 50 HP above the trees. TBC's micro doesn't seem to be on quite the same level though.
Naga with Fog Lightning level 2, of course, makes things easier as well. He has to be careful about his heroes though. There is no item on him but double staff. That's really cool. I think such a cheap item. You should always go for max staffs to save your units. I mean, you don't have infinite Moonwell juice, but still. Robe of the Magi is nice damage and nice mana for the Lich, plus 9 intelligence. But Foggy is coming in again. 46 supply. Very weird timing for him to push.
And he only is getting Ultra Vision right now, by the way. Very unusual to see this so late. So you had very little vision. But he's gonna get more in just a second. He knows where the undead is. Foggy really eager to look for fights consistently.
Yeah, there's only one Fiend. I can totally understand that. Plus, of course, the 2 heroes that have range attack and can attack air. But until then, his hippogriffs are dominating the air. Even with Nova, even with Fog Lightning and whatnot. But if he can't web them all, the worm will die again very soon.
So here we go. Frost Armor getting dispelled fairly quickly again, and the worm is still alive, but on the ground the bears are fighting fairly strong. The worm can't really get in the damage. More and more Frost Armor is helping out a little, and if he gets rid of all of these Dryads, maybe this worm can rule this battle. DK going for the coil again. He has more mana, and suddenly all of the Dryads are gone.
Lich is about to fall though. Demon Hunter is putting in the damage. Now the Demon Hunter attacking the Frost Room. Level up for the Naga on his side. And Foggy's Naga is out of position here and gets Reju, gets staff. That's nice. But this Dryad falls as well. And the Frost Room is still there with a perfect position. And now the Demon Hunter, he's surrounded. He's stuck. He doesn't have a TP. Naga is in range here from the forest. That was sweet.
What an awesome move. But as it is, this Frost Room is still alive. I can't help but feel that he committed too hard for this Frostworm kill, exposing his Dryads too much. Can he save that? Bear, another coil coming in. So many coils as well, these statues doing God's work. Undead heroes out of mana now, but yeah, statues consistently healing. Foggy will save the remainder of his forces, but it's so few left, 30 supply only for the Ukrainian.
Yeah, that was a big mistake, like sending in the hippogriffs one after another again when there were 2 fiends at that point. Then they can be webbed, and ooh, the coil timing is very good. We've seen so many coils in this fight that I have to ask, where are the mana burns?
Yeah, they didn't seem to be quite on point, did they?
There was at least 3 coils on that worm.
Yeah, more even, I think.
Yeah,
he
maybe
may
4.
have had a mana potion as well, but still, that seemed like it was too many. I think TBC could just breach the main, honestly. But he is playing this careful. He's scouting things out with the shade as well. So
okay.
Foggy holds on. But he, you know, he's relegated to only 1 base. So yeah, that should be fine with this.
2,300 gold still in. Foggy still has this big advantage of the Tree of Eternity later on, where he can just move over if he survives that long. But of course, TBC knows this, will either expand on his own or summon all the buildings and go for an all-in push. Second worm out now, 4 fiends, and now what can you do against this air?
Yeah, this is just way too scary. 60 supply versus 42. Maybe he can poke and prod a little bit with the Dryads being magic immune. But I think it's looking rough now for Foggy.
Well-timed transition into more fiends by TBC. He invested for a long time in ghouls and even reproduced them in a later stage of the game. But then he saw, okay, he's getting more and more hippos, let's go for fiends then, and they worked out so well.
Hippo production in trouble now here as the Ancient of Wind, excuse me, is under attack. He has 2 hippos. Is that enough? It doesn't seem like it. Early anti-magic on his demon, and they die so fast to the nukes. Already, they are gone. Dryad, the only anti-air left, really, but the fiends are dealing with them as well. How can Foggy hold on in this battle? It's looking desperate. His Naga's in trouble. With nukes, she might die. She gets staffed home, though. These double staffs really coming in big. He gets 1 fiend kill, but there's still 3 left, and the bears are melting to these worms.
Naga is in trouble there, getting back level 5 on the Death Knight. There is a coil soon. Using the coil, here we go, the mana potion I mean, for the coil. Hippogriffs are coming in from the forest, but this Naga is dead. Frostborn hungers. And that's about it, man. GG from Foggy, and TBC wins this map very surprisingly to me. Foggy had the upper hand in every single fight until he wanted to expand. And that was the perfect timing for TBC to attack.
Yeah, and in that fight, he really microed well, we have to say, TBC. We
Yes.
were kind of giving him some flack earlier on when he didn't, you know, micro the best, but they're using that, the trees and the frostworms above it extremely well. And once again, the question has to be stated. Hippos, are they still the right answer? Especially on a map like that, where usually there's so much open airspace. Nowadays, many Night Elves have moved away from the Hippogriffs because they can be useless so quickly when webbed to the ground.
You know my
Foggy's
solution,
still
man.
a big fan.
You know my solution to this.
What's the solution?
Marksmanship archers.
Oh yes, of course. How could I forget?
Check made it work once. Are you still on Netties? Are you invited already?
No.
I don't. Ah, there we go. Got it?
Yep.
So Foggy facing the lower bracket if he's not winning the next map. We'll face Chimiko. Not easy, but of course. It's also not easy there. One thing I noticed about the Hippo play here in the last game, that Fork Lightning hits them all the time. Like, they are the front, basically, and so if you cast Fork Lightning, you always hit these Hippos, and they take so much damage from them. And then they're out, and then your worms can do whatever they want, basically. Except if, of course, you follow it up with a Naga or Demon Hunter attack, but...
Yeah, I really don't like one-base Hippos, man. I've been saying this for a long time. Just seems like they never get to those critical numbers. But we talked about this with Foggy at length. He says, no, you need Hippo to see above the trees. And of course, there he does have a great point, because otherwise those Frostrooms can be microed really well.
Yes.
But they have big weaknesses, apparently, with the web on the ground. They don't do anything.
Super MKB is here again. Thanks, my man. €20 donation. So, almost fulfilling our daily goal here, or halving our daily goal. He's really turning it up here. Like, making it rain on our heads. Thank you very much, my man.
Seriously, like this month, you're crazy, man. Thank you so much. You're such a big help. Greatly, greatly appreciated. So, Echo Isles. A much easier map to expand on for Night Elf. Echo being our next one. Usually, Foggy is a fairly early expansion player, I feel. Like on the way to tier 3. He really didn't do that on AZ, playing a much more aggressive game. I wonder now, maybe he's going to go for a little bit more creeping. Maybe a Panda. Maybe, you know, staying on his side and trying to go for that Expo. We're going to see.
Echo Owls. The distance between the undead base and the expansion is so long, so why not try it? And the items can be a little better. So,
Also level 3 demon, much more easily acquirable here, I feel, than it is on AZ, so that gives you a lot of solo creep potential for your second hero. Demon Hunter can look to harass with a consistent mana burn against the undead, who's probably going to be creeping himself. So yeah, understandable pick here by Foggy. The map, by the way, where he managed to beat 1-0 quite a couple of times. I think he still has never beaten 1-0 in a full series, though, right?
that is correct.
Of course, 1-0, one of the craziest Undead versus Night Elf players, along with Happy. That's like so scary to play that matchup.
72%, if not more. Ooh, a star-shaped comment. Now things become interesting. Because usually he does not agree with me. I feel like Night Elf has to either make a lot of hippos or no hippos. So far, I do agree with that. What Foggy does just looks like pointless feeding. 1 to 2 hippos, they all get webbed and picked off right away. That is 100% true, and maybe for the first time ever, I totally agree with Stashe.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I feel that same way. Oftentimes, though, even if they don't attack, the vision aspect can be a big deal. Also on this map, here on Echo, much like on AI, there is this little choke right next to your expansion where the undead will oftentimes be hiding. He has 2 forests to park the, frostworms above. And even, you know, if you only get a little bit of vision from them from time to time, getting the right clicks in with the Dryads and the Demon Hunter can help out a lot as well. But yeah, I agree with you. Also, hippos seem, to be oftentimes a waste when they just get webbed too easily. So,
is it gonna be a Warden here, Remo?
No.
No? Why not?
Foggy is just not a Warden player. In this match.
What? Ah, okay. I was just about to say, what are you talking about? He's still going towards the mercenary camp, and this can be punished if TBC sends out ghouls early, but doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go.
It could honestly be a Warden, though. It is a Warden!
Ta-da!
Alright.
Warden is scary if that mercenary camp creep works. If not, she's kind of screwed, right?
She could still get, level 3 fairly quickly, maybe expand behind, but yeah, it's obviously a really bad start. But it's kind of interesting, this harassment of the camp. It's hard to harass perfectly, and it's hard to fend off the harass perfectly. So, despite the ghoul scouting this, Foggy could very well still be able to pull this off if he has the guts to do it. He sees now that he has been scouted. Can the ghoul cancel this? Nah, doesn't have enough damage.
But he can do a lot of damage to it, and then come back with even more ghouls. But should he be there? Shouldn't he be here at the mercenary camp? I don't know. Lightning shield? Not coming.
I don't really need a lightning shield too necessarily, but now the archer having been slowed down, she's actually going to die to the ghoul. And TBC didn't bring more ghouls for the harassment here, so with only 1 ghoul, this is pretty easy to deal with. And Boots of Speed, oh my god, what an awesome item for the Warden early on. Oh, he steals that last hit. Dude, this ghoul is putting in so much work.
MVP ghoul, but he will get punished for it, man. Shadow Strike,
coming over.
Right clicks. DK is there, but Unholy Aura only. I don't think he can outrun him. Oh, with blocks, maybe. That is a great block so far.
But why did he go for the Aura? The one had already invested 2 Shadow Strikes. I don't know about that first skill pick. I guess he wanted to be faster here for harass, but without Coil, how much can he really harass?
You can get some skeletons out, and with skeletons you can do quite a bit. But there's a Shadow Priest. Okay, I didn't see the Shadow Priest before, so yeah, that's gonna hurt.
He did steal another last hit, though. This was pretty nice. The Warden did get level 2 in the end, though, with the experience from Ghoul and Skeletons. But her tech should be pretty late here, having invested into Tier 1 pretty heavily, whereas the Undead is already on his way to Tier 2. And Ghoul's moving over. How many? 6?
A player's forces are under
is okay. Pressure.
7.
But okay, 7. The thing is, though, the DK is only level 1. He doesn't have Coil to work with, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a Berserker here very soon for Foggy as well. He has the timing down. At 1900, just like the boots. Oh, but it's stolen!
Yeah.
But it's
really well done.
But it's gonna die right away.
I think it's okay, because there's not too much damage against this mass of ghouls. He can't go for Fan of Knives, can he? I mean, he can, but there's no mana anyway.
And the Warden, yeah, exactly. She's out of mana. Detonate against the Skeletons here, getting her closer to level 3. She's only around 100 away. Okay, at the moment she has 2 archers. She needs time for more, and then she should be able to stabilize.
This Berserker kill, I feel, was... Oh, not the kill, but the purchase was really good. Foggy is now supply stuck. Can't get too much stuff done. Tech just started. So this is a really late tech. Did he forget to tech? He's half a tech behind. He's still aiming for the DK. Can't slow him down. There's no TP. And he can easily outrun him. But he's not following.
A town is under siege.
Yeah. The one Shadow Strike wouldn't be enough for the kill. Wants to get a ghoul, rather get experience from that, get closer to level 3. Ancient of War, I feel now, could start moving towards the next creep camp. That's what he feels as well, canceling the Archer. And of course, Warden, yeah, she desperately needs experience. And she's going to be level 3 here pretty quickly. But as you pointed out, her tech is fairly late. So if the Undead rushes tier 3, a frenzy timing can still be very dangerous.
Yeah. Totally agree. Especially with destroyers this time, not worms. This can be great. No mana on the Warden anymore. And also pretty weak damage in this army in general. He is at least fighting TBC back, so he has to stay in his base, close to his base. He can move. Wow. Tech and expansion at the same time. By Foggy. This is already a risk taken.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna play solo Warden here, of course. Double hero Warden against Undead is really bad, like Warden and another hero. Against Human it's pretty good, but not against Undead, because the Warden, the thing is, once Undead is tier 3, the Warden is useless before level 5. Even on level 5, she's not all that great. But if she doesn't have level 5, she's just gonna get run over way too easily. So now it's up to her to mass creep. Oh, the DK, low, the Wisp block coming out. There should be a potion though, in time. Yes. And he will survive.
And the Lich is about to pop out of the altar as well. Does he even need the potion? Nope, he doesn't. Now he heals on Blight. And this is all looking way too good for TBC. Foggy is creeping in the meantime though. Makes kind of good use of his time. Entrance of lore only now. The Lich is already out and he's starting his lores now. Hard. Very, very hard.
A player's forces are under attack.
So Frenzy, I think, should be done around the time when the Entangled Goldmine is finished. And that attack from the Undead is going to be really scary. But if Foggy survives that one, if he gets level 5, ideally level 6, maybe he can win this with just mass Dryads and later on some bears as well. Skeletons were scouting the gold mine down there. I don't think he saw the Tree of Life yet, though.
The Tree of Life was way too far away. Didn't see it here. And the DK is only level 2. So, yeah, I see your point. Foggy might have a chance here still. Technically tier 3 now. Do you think Foggy is playing Mass Dryads? I don't think so. Oh, Tome of Experience. Sweet! For the Warden.
Yeah, he's gonna go for bears as well. Rejuvenation is gonna be a big help for him. More importantly, though, I think he needs tier 3 for the, you know, experience increase. Mass Strides might not be too bad either. If he micros quickly enough, it can be hard for ghouls to find the damage to connect. So Skeleton still scouting the main. He still hasn't seen the tree, but he must assume that it's there.
Yeah. Totally. But this Warden is level 4 now with the Tome of Experience that is laying here. The expansion is up and almost running. Engine of War is coming back to defend because he expects this push to come. TBC's tech is nice, but he's going Temple of the Damned, everybody! It's Banshee time!
I think that's a horrible mistake.
Well, he expects Foggy to harass again with Fan of Knives.
But he gives the expansion so much time with this. I think that is a massive strategic mistake. He has to go for an all-in play pretty much. Or in a crazy world, even counter-expand. But going for Banshee Adept training, plus a good number of Banshees, he needs at least 2 or 3 to be worth it.
Maybe he's going Necros and Frenzy.
Is he really thinking that Foggy's on one base? He still hasn't seen the Tree of Life, but as I said before, he has to assume this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he's supposed to win from here.
We will see. Level 2.5 for the DK, level 2 finally on the Lich, so we do have Nova now. He scouts the main base again, sees, okay, he's still attacking. He must know this so bad. One is quite tanky here with +4, and an Invo Potion, and the Reju. I like that. Good ranged army so far to prepare for air, which is not really coming. And it is Banshee Adept Training. Investment into the defense, investment into a Warden that is harassing, and if you look at the inventory, some teleportation, I think he's right to do that. A little late to steal this one here, but 1.5 levels difference between these two heroes.
He's actually going for Panda second. Wow. Foggy playing this game very unfoggy-like. Imagine if there was a Dark Ranger here, Destroyer in the air, maybe an A-bomb with that push. That could be so dangerous, but yeah, he's going for the Banshee route and it's still so far away.
Plus Abominations, nice reveal, Coil Nova, and step out though. That exposes the expansion a little bit. 2 bears only, plus this mass range. Super Well's coming.
And there's no scroll of healing here on the undead side, so this army should be easily shoot away. Yeah, there's no way. It's just 4 Frenzy Ghouls. 3rd hero missing, only 1 Fiend. This is easy to deal with for Foggy. And now what do you do when you're TBC?
That's a good question.
Master Banshees or what?
He's going Abominations.
I think he chose the totally wrong strategy here this game. Maybe he really thought there was no expo? Oh, weird.
Dark Rituals coming in to deny 2 units here in this fight to keep the Warden away from level 5.
And Foggy sees there's no counter expo, so he knows. Oh, nice. Easy win.
Easy. Well, he threw kind of 1 game away before. Is he using anti-magic shell already? No, he's not. It's just mass Banshees now. And A-bombs. But I mean, there's Dryads, you can just dispel stuff.
TBC played this game so wrong, I'm sorry. But imagine if he had gone for the push. The Warden would have never been level 5, the Panda would have never been level 2. Panda would have been such a waste of money. He could have had a very good chance to just kill Foggy off down there.
The Warden is revealed here. Nova, Coil, right clicks. But still going for it. I mean, she has the invul, she has the staff, she even has a town portal. There's still no anti-magic shell on these acolytes, so this is kind of his chance. TBC knows now what's coming, and it's master training for Banshees. Panda in the meantime going to level 2, Telephone of Evasion. Meh.
I think that's fine, honestly. As long as Foggy doesn't lose both his heroes, it's almost impossible for him to lose this game. And here comes the Warden Harass. First time we see Blink Phantom Knights. Only level 2 fan though, so it's not so easy to kill off these acolytes.
Why would you go for Banshees and not use anti-magic shell on your acolytes?
I guess he wants to have him with his army.
Is it really possession time? I mean, with the Warden it's so easy to counter. Upgrades coming for the units for Foggy. This game looking really good. 2.5 anti-magic potion, normal heal potion.
Alright, so if he steals all the bears, does he have a chance? Well, Foggy can just make like 80 supply dryads, so then that's, you know, doesn't do so much, but if he over commits to bears and TBC actually steals like 5-6 bears,
that would be something that I've never seen before, but we'll see about that. Heal scroll and invul now. Staff is on cooldown though.
Yeah, but Foggy is doing the right play here. He's not overcommitting to bears. He's making a whole bunch of dryads here with upgrades as well. He's going to be at 1-1. Fairy dragons in the mix.
Sweet.
And
good against statues. Fan of Knives again, killing 2 acolytes. So economy for TBC is crippled, and now he's just hiding. I mean, he can buy dust quite easily. Is this the attack?
He just bought a Wand of Illusion. What happens if you possess like illusion bears? I guess you get illusions?
I don't know if that works.
I have no idea.
Chat knows everything usually. Does it work? Can you select them? Otherwise it's an easy tell of what it is. So, anti-magic potion on everything. Entangled Gold Mine is down. Level 4 on the decay. Where is the... Okay, there it is. 2 claws. Not bad.
So the Banshees, only one of them has mana for possession at the moment. Of course, you can staff against that as well. Does he have double staff? He does, using one of them right here.
Well, the Panda is absolutely useless here. And Fan of Knives is kind of useless as well.
True. Here come the fairies, and in he goes. Here's the Fan of Knives. So, possession. What can you do with it? Very early with the invul here in the Warden. She's out of mana already.
And surrounded. Has to blink out here. Only level 2. He has to be careful, man. Going for the first abomination. Here's possession! And it actually... No, staff out. That was very important. Yes. One more? No. Everything got cancelled. Good reactions by Foggy. But he has to TP out. And this expansion is exposed.
Yeah, he lost an archer, but only the archer. The staff there saving both of the bears. But yeah, he's still not mining. The Banshees lost a lot of mana with that possession not working out, but they're gonna have new possession soon. Is TBC actually winning this game? It's so ridiculous. But a big army now for Foggy. 80 supply against only 60. Taking out one of the fairies.
Those Fury Dragons, really nice. He can't fight when he's close to the fairies. Oh, that Fan of Knives was sweet. No anti-magic shell on the casters anymore. So he has to trade them now. But... Or keep them close to the statue. That's also sweet. The Panda can't reach. That's the good thing for TBC. But once he loses those two statues, game's over.
Yeah. Mind of Heroes, though, they don't have TPs or invuls. So if they both die, this undead army, even if it's small, can kill like everything. That's what Foggy has to pay attention to here. As long as those heroes survive, though, this should be his game.
I agree. Does he have potions? Yes. Anti-magic, heal potion, and even a mana potion on the Warden, who's still looking at the level 5. Not able to get it. And another anti-magic. Heal... no. Mana potion there as well. And a heal scroll. With a super strong Lich. I would love to see Frenzy on him, but nobody's going for it. 3 abominations up front. Oh, but a nice Fury Dragon position there.
The bears can't reach at all. I like that the Warden is going for the statues. He realizes taking out those statues will net him the win of this game, most likely. Doesn't want to commit too deep here. I mean, he's not under pressure. He has the base advantage. Dragon's Breath of Fire coming in. Decent damage. A-bombs don't care too much, though, I guess. One of the statues here is basically out of mana. And here comes the counter expo.
Okay, he's trapping Foggy next to his expansion, so that he should have the time for it. The possession now, yes, there is a little bit. Finally, the bears can reach if TBC is not pulling back. Blink, Fan of Knives, but anti-magic shell soaks it up for now. But maybe the Panda can reach. Illusions on the Panda, I don't really get that one. Lich a bit out of position, tanking a lot of normal damage, but there should be a coil.
Drunken Haze on the Banshees. Now he doesn't have breath anymore. Oh, the Lich dropping really low. Dropping really low. He gets the coil, however, and with that he will survive. The Dryads not dealing too much damage here. TP transferred. Lich gets out. One more Fiend dies. Breath of Fire coming in. Quite a few Dryads have fallen here, though, but in the end, it is level 5 for the Warden. Big upgrade for her. And
level 3 on the Panda. Massive area of effect. And the Entangled Gold Mine is up again. During the Town Portal, he killed like 3 units. So that was great. TBC now at 53 supply. Not where you want to be. Still 3,200 gold in the main. For Foggy, it's a little less. 800 gold just through this harass. Quite impressive. More upgrades for the units. That's the 2-1, if I'm not mistaken. And he's scouting for this expansion. Plus the Warden is there. That should do it. It's late though. Okay, so the halted gold mine is coming through. But the Acolytes will suffer.
Yeah, and he can go for super easy 2-pronged attack now. Warden in the main. The army can take out the expansion. Really good strategic position that Foggy finds himself in. Do you know how much lumber a Chimroost is, by the way?
No idea.
Should be pretty heavy, right? Maybe like 200. Because Chims would be awesome. I mean, of course, there is anti-magic shell, but that's kind of mana limited. And there would be just way too much magic damage at that point. Fan of Knives, Breath of Fire, Chims. And of course, they can't get possessed.
Because their level is too high.
Because they're air. So, is the Warden going into the main? That is the most predictable play here. Where's the Panda? Coming from the main base. Lots of potions for him.
Mana potion as well. For the Warden. Yeah, game slows down quite a bit. And TBC is able to establish his
forces
expo.
are under attack.
There's so much mana. I like that Foggy is reacting to this anti-magic shield with more mana and more area of effect. I mean, what else can he do? Dispel it all the time? Well, with this Massive Dryad, he actually could. I mean, not really dispel, but, you know, doing damage to the shell.
Yeah, I heard you say that before. I don't think it works that way.
It does.
I don't think it does. You can dispel the anti-magic from the Night Elf shot, but I don't think the one they deal damage. Anyways, here comes the battle. The Warden is not going for the two-pronged attack. It's just all in on the army. The Dryad are dancing against the Banshees, finding some kills. Alright, the Bears, he needs to take these over. Does he have some possession? Oh my god, the damage. Holy crap, that AoE from the Night Elf side. And the fairies as well. The killing of the statues. PBC is struggling here. Everything for him is in trouble. The Warden is in again. She's getting closer to level 6, and everything is disappearing for the undead.
What a disastrous fight for TBC. Even the expansion couldn't help him. Can he get a kill here? No, staff out. Maybe a panda kill. Also not. And it's the Dryad standing in the back. Still firing away. That will win him this fight. Level 4. Another abomination falling. And there's nothing left. Warden is coming back as well. Hero focus is sweet. But there's a staff and a potion.
And that's DK dead. And that's the end. GG. And Foggy equalizes. With a very unusual strat.
Second series, second, third game. We go full distance here in the second winner bracket semifinal to determine Lin's opponent here. Winner of the next map will play against the WCA winner of 2016. TBC's map choice though, Echo Isles was one of Foggy's bests, I feel. With that Warden play, with a good position for an expansion.
Yeah, that could have looked very different that game had he just pulled 2 more ghouls. We remember that 1 ghoul did so much already by itself. Yes. Had there been 2 early plus a DK with Coil, that could have been a super difficult early game for that Warden. She may have had the boots, which were really nice. But on level 2 with low mana, we all know the Warden, you know, right click isn't the greatest. But I think the big strategic mistake there was deciding to, you know, go Banshees. She should have looked for that all-in, I'm pretty sure. In the end, that expo just gives you way too much gold.
Yeah, and we still question this Banshee play. Got a message from someone. I don't know.
Yeah, the double possession looked pretty cool for a moment. But double staff is such a great answer for Night Elf, you know.
Is everybody in? Yeah, seems like it.
So, Last Refuge, next map. Great undead map. This is like the dream. There's so many bloodlust camps you can creep easily with a Frostworm. You creep everything in 2 seconds. There's chokes everywhere. There's trees everywhere. Even the Night Elf Expo is close to you. So very understandable for TBC for this to be his choice. If you go for a panda though, second, something at least nice for the Night Elf is that you can find a lot of creep camps quickly with an Ancient of War. Can perhaps get to level 3 fairly fast. Very difficult Warden map. I don't think I've ever seen a Warden here in competitive circles.
Against Undead, you mean? I think
yeah.
Czech played it. I think, of course, Sonic plays it, because Sonic plays this crazy shit everywhere. Didn't he win against Lucifer with that this Sunday? I forgot. We're waiting for TBC again. He's taking his sweet, sweet time. to join those games. I will look this up. If Sonic won this. Sonic...
So Sonic won
Lost
with the
Last
Warden on Twisted, I remember that.
Sonic lost on Last Refuge with Demon Hunter. So if even Sonic plays a Demon Hunter on Last Refuge, then it would be a big surprise if Foggy does it.
I'd like to see the Dark Ranger return. Haven't seen her in forever in this matchup. In the late
Dark
game, though,
Ranger.
she looks pretty crap.
Yeah.
Unless she gets level 6, then stealing Frostworm is pretty cool.
I don't like her at all. You just lack firepower. You have silence, which is nice. You can creep, okay, but you have no disable. You have no slow. I mean, silence, yeah, of course, but
Yeah, I know. Before level 6, she's pretty bad, but you get a super easy expo up usually. And with Night Elves having looked kind of desperate recently against Undead, I thought maybe we're gonna see her return at some point.
where are these matches played? On NetEase, the Chinese server. It's actually 1-1 between Foggy and TBCBM. And he chooses Remo. How is it possible that Brown is still left? And we have to suffer through Brown now. Okay.
I'm sorry, Neo. I know this touches you on a personal level. I don't think they want to, insult you with this.
We could have chosen that color as well, so it's our fault, partly. Hey Scott, nice to see you. He says, Dark Ranger on Echo Isle is amazing. What are you smoking? Yeah. Nah, I prefer Warden or Demon Hunter over the Dark Ranger anytime.
Yeah, of course, Dark Ranger revolves around the early expansion. If you don't get that, you're really screwed. So, I guess understandable that we don't see her too much anymore. If you play ladder, you see her a whole bunch, but not here.
Foggy won, TBC won. The next winner of this map advances into the winner bracket final, where Lin is waiting. The loser drops down to the lower bracket semifinal, where Chimiko is waiting. Foggy on paper should be the favorite, but on the first map it looked pretty good for TBC. On Echo Isles, though, Foggy was way stronger and TBC was playing kind of weird. He's starting off with a risky creep again, same as on Echo Isles.
And I really like that one, actually. This is so hard for the Undead to harass because there's trappers here, so they use ensnares. So the ghouls have a really hard time harassing. And if you creep it correctly, you can take out the Ogre Magi before the Undead even shows up. And if the Undead shows up, you can just abandon the camp. That's okay. You can walk away with the Ancient of War. That one will be safe. However, if he commits with like 3 ghoul harass and you are greedy and want to finish the camp, the Ancient of War may die. And then everything can get very, very scary. But this may not even necessarily be scouted. Oh,
Warden, baby!
Warden on LR. Okay. He has to play second Ancient of War then,
yes,
right?
Certainly. Against the Mercenary Camp, I think. Or close to the Mercenary Camp and then creep it. It will be later tech then, though. And Warden is, as we always say, weak before level 3, so a big ghoul push could be nice, especially if you go Shadow Strike first and then you are surrounded, you're forced into Blink. So you can't go for Shadow Strike and Fan of Knives. Then ghouls are really great.
Yeah. And why it's a lot more difficult here than on Echo is you don't have Merc support. You can't do Wisp pulls or anything, not gonna work against these trappers and the Golem. So that is a little risky. If the DK attacks on only level 1 though, he is kind of manageable himself. But as it is, the Undead is not scouting at all. He has no idea about the first hero, no idea about the creep camp. So Foggy is just getting away with that for free. He sells the Wand of Mana Stealing. I must say I'm a little surprised by this, because here in the early game he's going to be low on lumber, not gold. And should there be a DK attack, a 200 mana swing could be a big difference maker.
I agree. Especially since TBC seems to be going for coil. So it could make a difference of 1 coil and 1 Shadow Strike. Kind of weird. Level 2 for the Warden though, that's what you get. And the second Engine of War is already in position, so you can creep the green one and then go to the Mercenary camp. Tech not started yet for the Undead. There is. And he's moving out again with 4 ghouls. This seems to be his thing to do.
So here comes the Knight of Tech pretty fast, honestly, considering he was forced into Wisp Repair and second Ancient of War. I was expecting it to be a little later. Perfectly timed here is the second AOW to tank the second creep camp. Warden already with +3 intelligence with Tome and Circlet. She getting more. The gloves, not what she was hoping for. The DK though, he found level 2 himself. Sentry wards can give him a lot of vision here in just a moment. Skeleton is scouting for him. He does still not know about the Warden, but now he does if he looked at his other skeleton.
Was close though. I don't know. He had to be there. Is he really creeping this?
If he gets creep jacked here, that can be very scary.
I was thinking the same, like, what the hell? This
but he's got a sentry ward right outside.
Ah, true.
So
yeah.
Know.
You're right. But Warden is level 3. Cloak is of course an item that he will sell. Big mana potions, fantastic. Everything is hurt though for TBC. And he's just creeping this with skeletons, almost.
Already level 3 Warden. That was pretty fast. Is he gonna look to be aggressive with this or just keep on creeping? Looks like he keeps on creeping the Ancient of War here. The first one which he produced is not eating through the trees. That's what I was expecting here, to go to the Knolls. But no, wants to go to the lab instead. It would appear Warden. Is she gonna get the boots here? Yes, she is.
No telestab though. The telestab is on the Death Knight actually. To be able to go home whenever he needs it. Foggy with a lot of vision to his, through his Engines of War. And the other eyes that he has on the map.
I don't know about this ghoul attack here. It's only 2 ghouls. Against a level 3 Warden, not very likely to become too successful. Oh, the wake up of the creeps here is nice though. But they will leave the Ancient of War alone. Shadow Strike gonna force some coils, if nothing else. And of course, it's easier for the Warden to replenish mana than it is for the DK. Doesn't want to have to use the mana potion here in this, silly engagement. And he actually gets the ghoul kill. Nice. And he buys space for the archers creeping up by themselves with the Ancient of War.
It's really cool and could be a great item as well. Sobi Mask or Robe of the Magi. He's not killing this Mud Golem who gets constantly healed. I don't know.
Oh, the DK. Oh, he has the Sentry Ward here. He has perfect information of this. So he's going to be able to steal the item unless there's a block. Archer tried for it. Doesn't quite get it though.
Cool move by TBC. Getting the item and a kill with the investment of a coil. And another archer here. This level 2 coil is fantastic against archers.
So, is he gonna use the greater... Oh, he's going for the DK actually. He has the boots, but there's a staff. Pretty cool. With that, he gets to safety.
We have a Slaughterhouse, we have a Lich, we have a tier 3 tech. We do have a Sacrificial Pit early again. The Worm play is kind of okay here on LR, I feel.
Is he really gonna go for worms? I don't even feel that's necessary. Usually destroyers and triple hero plus fiend is enough damage, but okay. Warden keeps on creeping. Oh, here comes the ghoul creepjack. This is a little scary. Archers find themselves exposed. Should get back to safety though. And the DK uses the greater mana already just to save this ghoul. That was a gigantic waste.
Wanted to coil it again, actually. So 2 coils for 1 ghoul. In the end, he's still losing it. Foggy is scared of a big push. He's investing into an Ancient Protector during his tech and the build of the first Dryads. At the moment, he is pretty weak indeed.
Yeah. Frenzy Ghoul timing, always scary. How far away is it? Still fairly far away, I guess. Tier 3 only about to finish up here for the undead. He wants to keep the Warden from creeping. That's of course good, keeping her low experience, but the key against the Warden is not necessarily to keep her away. Oh, the deny with the AP. Whoops. Against the Ogre Magi, that's a big mistake. The key against the Warden is you survive her mana, and then your heroes clean up everything by themselves. But for that, your heroes need to be strong. So leveling, creeping yourself is important, and that's what the Lich is doing now.
At least level 4 for the Warden. As you said, creeping on the Lich, but only level 1 when of illusions for the great item, Ghoul Frenzy, 50% done, and there is a fast Boneyard again. As we saw it on Amazonia, first fight with the Boneyard wasn't that great, second fight with the Frostmourne wasn't that great, but the third one got him the victory. On the other side, a depth upgrade for the Bears, lining up perfectly with the tier 3 tech. And TBC. This could be a huge upset. Nobody, I think, expects him to win. Destroyer upgrade 50% done as well, and a Tinker third.
Tinker against the Warden? Isn't that just free experience? Okay, using the Book of the Dead here for creeping. I kind of like that, actually. Oh, Coil doesn't land in time. More experience for the Warden. Coil's on cooldown, so he's gonna start losing ghouls here. Pocket Factory, he's gonna retreat away from that, it seems. There's one Shadow Strike left. Not popping it yet. Going for the Tinker here. There's a statue next to it, though, and with him having no more mana, Tinker should be safe. Blink away. Very cheap. With being level 2.
Now that's pretty good experience here, and pretty easy to clean up. He didn't use a Destroyer in this. I don't actually know if the upgrade finished.
Yeah, he did get it earlier, but he wants to keep the statue on the ground. Healing, so important against the Warden.
37 supply only for Foggy after almost 10 minutes here. Lost quite a bit, as it seems, but only archers so far. Well, the big ones are archers, and his Warden is getting closer to 5. No second hero here on this map so far, and the Undead is creeping the red spot. Frostworm, 50%. More statues are coming, so he can morph Destroyers as well. What did he get from this? Medallion of Courage. Decent. What's the Warden going to get? Cloak of Flames. Okay.
Can be nice against the ghouls, if there are any left. And more importantly, level 5 for her.
Yeah.
Poor Tinker. He is gonna have a difficult life. If he's ever out of position, he may just die right away.
Is it time for the panda now, or is too much crept already?
Players' forces are under attack.
Especially on one base. I don't like it too much.
Engine of Winds are coming. Oh, only one. So it's gonna be the Hippo play again. How many Fiends do we have? 0, right? So it's pretty much the same as we saw in Amazonia. So there is a certain timing for Hippos now in this game if you play it one base.
There's no way he should commit to this base attack. There's an AP. The worm can't attack above the trees. If he attacks the AP, there's just... yeah, this attack was a bad idea, my friend. Losing 2 ghouls so far. Warden has a bit of mana left. Pocket Factory, I don't see being too useful so far. And what's he gonna attack? Tinker could just die to a Shadow Strike right here. He's going for the Frost Room instead, though, so now he's gonna be super slowed down by the Dryads plus the Shadow Strike. Still getting out decent right clicks, though. DK healing from afar. Warden going for the statue next. And actually, Foggy is losing quite a bit here.
Didn't expect this as well. Again, a lot of coils on this Frost from Shadow Strike now against this. He's trying to commit to the Tinker, but this one survives, and the Destroyer survives, and the Worm survives.
Yeah, not going for the Tinker earlier was a big mistake. Would have been such an easy kill.
The Pocket Factory is still up, like...
Anti-magic. That one can be dispelled. Still going for the Worm, and he almost gets the kill! So close! Does the DK still have mana? No, he doesn't. But the Worm can't be seen at the moment. Is there reveal? Maybe somewhere? No! But the Tinker did die.
Oh, the Tinker did fall. I didn't check that, I'm sorry. Warden level 5.5, but the Worm survives, and this is... I think the Worm is way more important than the Tinker is. In those
but the Worm is super low HP, so he can't really engage with it anymore.
You need so much time to heal him back up, or coils, or whatever. He doesn't have mana. So whenever... there's a Hippogriff, and still no Fiend. First coil, though.
This Worm's in danger.
There's gonna be another Shadow Strike. Blink! Oh! Shadow Strike hits! And the Hippo attack! This Worm should be dead.
Healing from the statues.
Can he still coil?
Could be enough. Yeah, it's gonna survive.
Tinker is back as well. Warden getting a Tome of Retraining, so no Shadow Strike anymore.
Alright, Acolyte Hunt begins. I guess.
Players' forces are under attack.
TBC transitioning to fiends. He has one. Item was Book of the Dead here as well. If he's staying at one fiend, Foggy has good chances.
Yep.
There's no ground on him anymore, right? There's not a single ghoul. Again, one being scouted for this Invis potion maybe, but there's a shade. No, there's not.
Shade was scouting the natural for the night of. Still no expo attempt for Foggy.
Now we have the Invis. Nice. And yeah, without a shade, without anti-magic potion, this... or not potion, but anti-magic shell. This hurts. Last time he attacked the main twice, and then he got an 800 gold advantage for it. He's now waiting for this Acolyte, I like that. And boom! 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Nice of this Acolyte to walk right into the Warden's arms. 4 down, and I'm pretty sure he's getting the 5th one as well.
Yeah, it's super expensive. This is usually where the Night Elves would expand. In fact, there's a Wisp moving from the main. I think I know what he's gonna do. And TBC isn't even defending this.
Is he building new Acolytes? Yes, he is. He's not really expecting the one to stay there for that long. I mean, it's nighttime. Ah, the shade is there. But it's just the Spirit Tower. Here's another Pen of Knives. And 2 more kills here soon.
More and more experience. Good micro here against the Warden, to be fair. But he's still not mining. This is so expensive.
Pen of Knives may be a little too early, but those were 7 Acolytes. One Acolyte, 75 gold. Let's go to Bone Chimes here. Of course, you won't need that as well. And the Expo is coming for Foggy. At the moment we have... oh, there's again the Temple of the Damned. 4,300. It's already 750 gold swing.
The Tinker, though, with there being no Shadow Strike anymore, is suddenly good. So, the air battle, though. Can the Hippos rip apart those air units? They're just running away.
They're fast,
without
they have
the
roar.
worm, of course, the Bears will win the ground battle. And there's level 6.
Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. Lots of corpses already. He's summoning them. They are invulnerable. Hippogriffs say, okay, I can't really reach with being Novat. They were Novat twice, so down to 50% already. But yeah, it's a Warden to rule them all. But not yet. He has all the time in the world. He doesn't need to overcommit into an undead base. When there's a Black Citadel, and a Spirit Tower, and a Shade, and reinforcements.
Yeah, the Expo can't be cancelled any longer. So what do you do when you're TPC? He's gonna have... does he have a Banshee? Not yet. He has a Zeppelin. Okay.
He has the Adept upgrade. There's a Drive, by the way, for Foggy and Forest. You forgot about that. And Spirit.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think Avatar... I don't know if I like it too much. I think Blink would have been better. For just more attacks into the main. And to be able to defend these pocket factories easier.
No, but I think as long as he doesn't die to a full-out undead attack, he just wins this game. Oh, nice load up here from the Zeppelin, actually saving all the Acolytes. That's really cool. Problem is, he still can't mine. For a little bit at least. Warden has to staff back. Good defense here though as well, with 2 Ancients of War and the AP.
Looks like a good tower defense that Foggy's playing. Abominations as well, more Banshees. He has no Master Training yet, so Foggy doesn't have to be afraid of possession. DK is getting closer to 5 though.
Yeah, this undead army is kind of scary. He can web 2 hippos, he can nuke the other ones.
Yeah, Foggy certainly needs more hippos. And fast. And I think he even needs a second Engine of Wind. He's spending his gold again on upgrades. Again, this Ultra Vision upgrade is super late.
But he's gonna have a lot of econ here very soon. The Entangled Gold Mine is fully loaded up. So, this looks like an all-in from the Undead. If he can win a fight and take out the Expo, This could be his game. Weirdly enough.
Lich is at plus 11. Tinker is level 3, which is super strong. But bears can take care of it. 2 statues, 1 destroyer, 1 worm. He's not building a second worm or anything. He's at 62. These banshees, man. Invo potion and heal scroll. So, no engine protector in the base anymore. TBC is pushing into it and keep Foggy supply stuck in the first few seconds of this attack. So no more hippos, no more dryads, no more bears, no hero able to be resurrected.
What a crazy game. How is TBC still in this? This is not even a bad situation. So the Warden, what does she really do? Fan of Knives does like no damage. He has to chew through this undead army slowly. But he's losing Dryads. 2 are already down. The Banshee should be getting coiled. Whoops. And the next one should have anti-magic and should be getting coiled. The micro once again seems to be not the greatest from TBC, but decent webs here coming in. But the Worm's still out of this battle. The Avatar is going to have quite a few corpses soon here. It seems the Destroyer is gone on the high ground. He's going to be able to work with some curses. I guess he's level 5 DK now. He should go for the Warden. She's totally naked. But he is saving his Frostworm instead. Of course, also a very important unit. At this point, though, it seems like maybe the army is too big here for Foggy. Or is it?
Avatar and the spirits are helping, of course. More and more dryads are falling, but they get reinforcements here immediately through the spirits. And the worm is about to fall. Is there another coil? I don't see the DK at the moment. There was another coil, but he's kind of surrounded in his own units. But he finally manages to web all the hippos. That could be the key moment for TBC here.
One more Fan of Knives is there. He's blinking out though to be safe. And now Reju's so good. There's no destroyers anymore. He has to morph one. He's TPing out actually. He was low mana. That was the reason. Level 4 Tinker. These undead heroes are crazy. And they're safe because of the Warden skill build.
Foggy down to 40 supply. TBC at 46. I like how Foggy engaged into this fight by hiding the hippogriffs a little and then fly over the laboratory into the worm. They did massive damage in a blink of an eye. But then TBC got better and better and better, protecting his worm, coiled him to the right timings, and then the fiends were webbing them as well. And at some point, there weren't too many hippos anymore. And that's why I say you need double engine of wind, because you need them now, and you need them in masses now. And that's just not possible with one engine of wind.
I don't like these dryads so much anymore either. So, the main is gonna be gone for Foggy here in just a moment. In the undead main, we still have quite a bit remaining. Tinker, harassing. If he gets caught here, he has the Telestaff. And again, the damage will not be high enough to kill him, with there being no Shadow Strike. In the end, though, I guess it wasn't really too much damage. More experience for the Warden. Level 7 for her is nice for the mobility, but it doesn't help him with the firepower.
True that. And the 100 gold mine for TBC is coming up. He does not want to go into an all-in attack. He plays this nice and slow. Tree of Eternity is moving over, so he has kind of a backup expansion. And of course, he's mining some gold for quite some time here, so the longer the game goes, the better it is for TBC. Foggy back at 52. TBC at 57. Nobody cares about upkeep anymore, but these Engines of War, man, they are like marathon runners. Going back and forth and back and forth. Using a Fan of Knives for this shade. Okay, Foggy, are you a little angry?
That didn't seem quite necessary. So again, he has these 4 hippos, but there's 4 fiends.
No
Dude,
TP on TBC.
this main is in danger.
Yeah. And he's again supply stuck. There's 1 heal scroll and 1 mana potion on TBC. Of course, no mana burn. I love the Pocket Factory. It's just so good.
A player's forces are under attack.
Foggy is trying to expand again at the natural. Foggy is struggling here. But we have 4 hippos? 5 hippos? And a bunch of dryads.
So he's gonna get a few kills. Early scroll of healing here from the Night Elf, and in we go. The Frostworm, oh my god, dies almost immediately. Level 7 for the Warden. She's out of mana though. 1 mana potion is still left on her. Once that mana is gone, he doesn't really do too much anymore. But he has 1 more Fan of Knives. He has 1 left. Dryads die so quickly though to the Fiends. Foggy has to get out of here. He has no chance. That's the last thing he can do. Fan of Knives, he's out of mana.
But he has no TP. I think he has to fight this until the end. He has 1 more invul, it's just the right click. The DK has so much mana, it's 2 coils, 3 coils, plus the potion there. Can he go for some kind of hero kill here? This avatar is not doing anything. She is level 7, she can blink around like a mad girl. But what's it worth? The Ents are helping. And now we have massive spirits.
He should just attack the avatar. What's he doing? Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
So there are still spirits, they're still being annoying, and there's a couple of corpses down here still left. The Warden is going back into the main to get more mana.
Oh man, what a game! This was not to be supposed to be that close, and he's not killing the avatar, so a fiend dies because of it. Whoop.
The Lich is almost level 5. It's gonna be sick against the bears and the hippos.
And the Warden. But yeah, I think the hippos will suffer the most from this. Warden is going in though.
Mining, easy kills.
Yeah. And Foggy has double echo.
What a crazy game, dude. Alright, no more mining for now. For the undead.
Does he have to reproduce the echoes? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Like he has no backup echoes or something.
He needs to sell some buildings here, it seems.
Oh, Foggy is mining from 2 mines at 53 supply. That was not to be expected. His static defense is down though. They saved his ass like 3 times. Here at the laboratory, here at the expansion, and here at like this river position.
If Foggy gets a whole bunch of bears and hippos, can he win this battle? It's so difficult at this point. These undead heroes are just super crazy.
Yeah.
And the Warden doesn't do shit to them.
One is just there for Echo Harass. And now Pocket Factory again going for the Entangle. And I think TBC knows, like, what can he do? What can he do to contest me here? Nothing. So he's attacking the Tree of Life. He doesn't care about the Entangled Gold Mine. It's 4 hippos against 1 fiend though. But as you said, Nova and more. Oh, the Avatar is now taking care of the Haunted Gold Mine. I like that. The Ward is back. But no spirits.
Blink. Fan of Knives doing something. The Banshees are getting taken out pretty quickly. Level 5 for the Lich. He has a whole bunch of mana. The hippos have pretty much all been webbed. This worm doesn't seem like it's gonna die. Warden dropping low. Has the invul still. And the last hippo dies.
Boy, there's no solution to this worm. The Lich is in trouble. It's 1-on-1, Lich versus Warden, but no mana anymore. And of course, there's calls from the back line. He still has this mana potion. The bears are trying to get rid of the fiends to have a shot here at the worm. But I think the Lich can just take them out 1 by 1 if they're just flying in one after another.
No more mining for the undead, but this Tree of Eternity is gonna be dying as well. Can he save it? No.
I don't think so either.
I think TBC's got this, man.
Double worm now.
Alright, Foggy's never ever gonna win a fight. Can he kill the undead buildings?
He's expanding in the upper left again. His Tree of Eternity is down. That means no potions anymore from his shop. You can't get in
base race now.
Yeah, but I mean base race with
I love that he unsummoned the graveyard actually. No more corpses for the Avatar.
Ah, shoot. So there's no mining for Foggy as well, but he's expanding again.
He's building bases everywhere.
Yep.
Alright, all out base race. What is this game?
I mean, this will take forever. He has 2 bears against 2 frostworms in the base race, but he can hide buildings everywhere.
But he doesn't have a TP here to get out. He's gonna lose the bears immediately. What about the Dryad? They should be able to get away. And the Pocket Factory is so good in this scenario.
Yep, but she's over. Like, no solution, no clockworks anymore. And now Warden single-handedly doing this. Tinker again. Pocket Factory here. This will be an easy kill for him. But what about the one in the bottom right?
What an absurd game.
Like, on paper, Foggy defeats him day and night with one arm only and maybe his nose.
Yeah, but that's the thing about the Warden. Like, she's such a bad fighter in this matchup.
And this one gets cancelled as well, but
Foggy killed it actually. He didn't even cancel.
Ooh, that's bad.
Oh, but the Tinker staffed and then walked. Oh my god, what a noob mistake. Are you kidding me? Does he have the money to buy him back? Yeah, he does.
That could have cost him the game. Right there. Without a Tinker, way less mobility. Is he buying him back?
Why isn't he making the Tinker again? He has the money and the supply.
Does he have the money for a tavern revive? No,
he doesn't need to get him from the tavern. Just make him normally. But he's selling items to actually get him back from the tavern. Why? Just defend your altar, man.
A player's forces
Right,
are under
he bought him back from the tavern.
Foggy has another base up and is still... Okay, he's not mining here because the worm was attacking. Warden and the Avatar. Best friends for life. And blink out again. This is a 30-minute game by now.
The Frostworm flew into the creeps. Maybe that was even intentional.
Oh,
he kind of creeped this by himself. Tinker level 5, Lich level 5, DK level 6.
Is the Tinker actually 5?
I think if the Warden buys a Tome of Retraining, she can just kill all these heroes now.
The Shadow Strike and Blink? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what does Fan of Knives do at this point? She easily has the money. The Tinker has no invols. They have no invols. And the other has no money. What is this game doing?
In a situation like this, do you think of going back into Shadow Strike? I don't know. Another expansion down for Foggy, but he's still mining. Even with only 2 wisps, he is still mining. TBC is not.
Yeah, and he's slowly taking out this undead main.
Yeah, this is the definition of spooning, right?
Oh, by the way, he can't make bears anymore.
True.
Because he lost the Tree of Eternity.
True.
So his healing is limited.
One has an invul, there's blocks, there's nothing on the DK. Ah, okay. Level 1 Shadow Strike is not enough. There's still 2 statues for the undead, this is so important.
Level 3 Aura is healing pretty nicely here, actually.
Yeah.
And of course the statues.
Second expansion by Foggy has been scouted by a Shade, and this one will be taken out again with a level 3 Pocket Factory. Oh man, this base race is not looking good for our Ukraine Night Elf.
Oh, the Goblin Zeppelin! It's above the water! Guys!
How the fuck can you lose track of your Zeppelin and lose the DK in a situation like this? Now he doesn't have the gold anymore. Now his altar is gone. He has 100 gold. DK not coming back. Lao Fan is in shock, as it seems. Usually they never type something.
It's a ridiculous game.
Dude, this was the move.
He can't even buy back the DK. If he sells all of his items, can he buy him back? No. That's not enough money. This DK is never coming back.
Level 6 is way too much. And Foggy has one more ballot in the lottery, and that is the expansion in the upper left. So Ziggurat is gone.
Absurd game. Absolutely absurd game.
Who would have thought that Foggy versus TBC is the game of the week when we have GCS finals and DouYu Super League finals?
How he moved the Tinker, suiciding him when he was in safety. And then the DK solo battling against Riots and Warden, leading to his death later. TBC has the strongest arm in the world for throwing. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, those intense situations, I think he's not used to them that much as Foggy. I mean, Foggy was in a GCS final, he was at several offline events. He knows how it feels to be under pressure, and yeah, TBC not so much as it seems.
The Lich sold all the items, by the way, to get one last Zeppelin. Zeppelin costs no lumber, so this Tinker is supposed to kill all the buildings by himself, I guess. And the Lich is defending at home.
I guess with level 6 it's possible.
Oh, ooh. When he's level 6, he's magic immune.
Yep.
Basically. He can't get Shadow Struck anyways.
Yep.
Or Fan of Knives. I don't think he's close, though. Is he?
We'll see in a bit.
Oh no, he's not at all.
Posting the staff though. Can he intercept them somehow? Oh, with Blink.
And the Zeppelin cannot be repaired.
True,
He has
no
a limited
acolytes.
amount of health. He can chill back here at the island with the dead guy. This is like one of those replay of the weeks games, man.
Totally. Totally. It's not over yet. I mean, we have seen a lot of mistakes here. It's always possible.
These Dryads are in trouble. This tree is gonna fall here, definitely, with this commitment.
Yeah. Foggy is... This is the last tree that he can build.
He doesn't have lumber anymore.
Yeah.
He doesn't have gold. He could sell something for the gold.
But he doesn't have lumber.
He has 2 lumber wisps remaining.
That will take some time.
What the fuck is this game?
We have a Hippogriff to knock down the Frostworm. The Zeppelin. Invis getting... Not Scarlet. Involt Potion, why?
I guess he wants the Zeppelin.
Really wants the Zeppelin. Or the Tinker, or both, whatever.
Oh, Zeppelin dies. Thanks to the Hippo. Tinker's back on the ground. He's dizzy. The Warden, does she have the damage? Fan of Knives? Should be enough. One more hit, but she has to live.
Oh, but the Dryads. The Dryads are there to the rescue, and now it's the Lich on its own. With level 6, though. Ultimate, Death and Decay. Against buildings, it's like amazing. He just needs a little bit of time, and he, like, if he does it twice...
Dude, if he takes out the Moonwells, the Warden can't heal anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Level 6.
What?
Death and Decay. Come on, give it to me, baby.
This is...
There we go, against the Moonwells, as we suggested. But there's a lot...
Frostworm? Frostworm's dead?
Death and Decay is still running, 50%. Okay, he cancels it and goes for the Warden, who has constant blink. No
Okay.
potions, as I said.
These statues are so sick right now.
Yeah.
Warden isn't gonna win the fight. Isn't gonna be able to kill the worm either.
Level 9.
The Dryads are attacking the base. They're tickling the base.
It's 15 supply versus 19, by the way.
The fuck is this game, man?
After 36 minutes. Unbelievable. Warden getting nobody again. Shadow strikes here. But yeah, constant man. How much mana is there left? Plenty. Plenty. Now the Dryads are coming in again. But no
The
Hippo
Ents are
anymore.
fighting again. The Ents have basically endless hit points with all the trees. He eats the shade for more mana. Doesn't have enough mana though. He needs to get rid of these statues. What is this game?
Another
Save the
Nova
statues.
and a little bit more. There's no healing for Foggy at the moment. But these statues, man, he needs to save them. The shop and the Ancient of Lore. Ah!
The Dryad. The Dryad is so close to dying, but he doesn't see it.
And
Or
now
does
he kills one of the statues. That was so big.
3 HP. The Worm is taking out the Moonwells. The Warden has an orb though, and mana.
Oh, here we go.
She has mana. That
Shadow
Worm,
Strike.
is it dead?
Must be. Another blink. Come on. Right clicks. Fog. No.
Damage over time.
I don't think it's enough. Oh, is it? Actually, it is enough. It ticks again. It ticks again. And the worm falls.
The last tick.
TPC is down to 8 supply. And it's only his Lich, but he still has chances of winning somehow.
The 2 Dryads attacking the undead base have 26 HP combined.
Yep. And this takes forever. The 3rd Dryad is joining them. A Destroyer now.
The most ridiculous game I've ever seen. No more healing for the Lich though.
Also, yeah, no more healing. Oh, the Destroyer about to fall. And now he's stepping
Lich
back.
Staff back. How quick is he with the Dryads? Quick.
Wow, Foggy, nice reaction here.
And the destroyer's dead!
5 supply, like, this is all the TBC has left. This
Honestly,
is his entire army.
He could kill the unit base with the ancients.
Yeah, right?
That
GG!
must-
It's enough! Foggy did it!
The fuck was this game?
Unbelievable.
The most ridiculous game I may have ever seen. 38 minutes. Foggy did not win a single fight in that game.
Nope.
But he won the game in the end. Wow!
That was fucking epic. He had the right calls, but, like, it was totally TBC not winning this game.
Oh, wow.
Like, the Tinku move started the downward spiral. Losing the DK was kind of the nail in the coffin. There was still chances and all for TBC to win this, but if he doesn't do these 2 mistakes, I guess he wins this kind of easily. Key moment, Tinkerstaff, for sure.
Yeah. And also the DK fighting solo against the Dryads and Warden was really silly.
Yeah.
But whatever, man. What a game. Holy shit.
Most important thing is that we had fun, and we certainly had fun. What a roller coaster in this winner bracket semi-final number 2. It's Foggy versus Lin now, as well as Shamiko versus TBC, and all the games are very, very promising now coming up. Unfortunately, I have to leave you. Remo is staying with you, but we just have to switch the stream in a bit. So Remo, just tell me when you are finished, and I will hand
Yeah, I'm ready.
to you. All right.